Following the devastating injury suffered by Arsenal left back at the Euro 2024, the transfer plans for Arsenal may have had a negative impact. Hi, welcome along to Arsenal Fan Zones, the show that brings you the latest update as it concerns Arsenal. If you're visiting this channel for the first time, please do well to hit on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you get to be notified whenever there's a new video. Alright, it was a devastating night for Arsenal star Tierney, who left the pitch on a stretcher after picking up a nasty injury during Scotland's Euro 2024 clash with Switzerland. The 27-year-old, who endured a tough year with hamstring issues, was devastated and covered his face as he was taken off. He had gone down holding his hamstring after a tussle with Switzerland forward Dan Ndoye. Well, the current situation poses a serious headache for Arsenal, who would have counted on a transfer fee for the defender this summer. There is a strong possibility that Tierney faces missing out until beyond the end of the transfer window, jeopardizing a potential move as well as the opportunity to reinforce their side in another position. Tierney, who is a subject of transfer, spent last season on loan at Real Sociedad, where he made 27 appearances for the club, but 2 hamstring injuries disrupted his season. The La Liga club are unlikely to be the team to sign the Scotland international this summer, but an exit from the Emirates Stadium is still likely. According to Fabrizio Romano, Arsenal are keen to sell Tierney this summer. The transfer fees they receive for players will likely go towards upgrading Mikel Arteta's squad ahead of the 2004-2005 Premier League season. Well, it is obvious that Arsenal are unlikely to receive the kind of fee they want for Tierney, with clubs concerned over his injury history. With the current situation, even if he is fit to return to pre-season with Arsenal, interested parties are likely to only want to pay a cut price fee for a star whose struggles with fitness are well documented. Recent reports also suggested that either a permanent or a temporary departure is on the table. Arsenal were willing to accept a fee of just €12 million for the Scotland international, who has an estimated transfer value of closer to €21 million. Newcastle have supposedly turned him down at this price, leaving his future at the top level under question. The Scotland defender was forced to come off in the 61st minute of Wednesday night's huge game in Cologne, which finished 1-1. On the hour mark, Tierney was attempting to fend off Dan Ndoye on the edge of the box, but in the process caught his studs in the grass and hyperextended his leg. The Arsenal star, who spent last season on loan at Real Sociedad, was visibly distraught as he was stretched off and replaced by Scott McKenna. The 27-year-old has suffered with plenty of injury issues in the past, including hamstrings, and likely already knows the severity of his latest setback. Well, speaking to the BBC after the game, Scotland boss Steve Clarke confirmed that many had already guessed, saying that Tierney is definitely out of the now crucial match against Hungary. Yeah, definitely out. It looks pretty bad. Obviously, we have to assess it, but Kieran won't play the last group game. Tierney left boyhood club Celtic for Arsenal in 2019 and won the FA Cup during his first season there. But his first team chances have reduced since Alexander Zinchenko and then Jurrien Timber arrived at the Emirates in the last 2 seasons. His recent injury is a major setback for his career. Depending on the extent of the injury, it could scupper any plans Mikel Arteta had to sell the defender. But we'll see how that pans out in the next coming weeks. Well, in the meantime, Arsenal could look to make a player plus cash offer for Newcastle United's Brazilian midfielder Bruno Guimaraes. Arsenal are looking to kickstart the summer window into a high gear as they plot a potential big money move for the 26-year-old. A new defender and a striker have been prioritized, but no move has yet happened. With reports suggesting that midfielder Thomas Partey is likely to leave amid interest from clubs in Saudi Arabia, there is a need to fill in the vacuum. Guimaraes, who has been linked to Arsenal previously, returned to being a leading target for Arsenal as the Gunners grow frustrated with the lack of response to their wage offer to Zubimendi. Arsenal may not intend to trigger the Brazilian's release clause, but their interest has intensified in recent weeks as they looked to do a deal below the £100 million which the Magpies set in his contract last year. The reports add that Arsenal intend to make a player plus cash offer for the midfielder, and with the current financial situation problems, the Magpies might be forced to sell the Brazilian. The structure of the proposed deal might involve several players who are rumored to be leaving the Emirates Stadium. Alexander Zinchenko, Emil Smith-Rowe, Albert Sambi-Lokonga, Eddie Nketiah and Thomas Partey have surfaced as possible components of the deal. Their inclusion could significantly decrease cash portions of the bid while boosting Arsenal's financial capacity in order to make the transfer feasible. These players could be valuable additions for Newcastle's manager Eddie Howe in the coming Premier League season, and the club may look to offer the side one or two of those names as a way of bringing down the overall price. Manchester City are also said to be interested in the player, so this clearly won't be an easy deal to get done, as Newcastle will also surely do everything they can to keep hold of one of their best players rather than lose him to a rival. While it remains to be seen if Edu and his team will be bold enough to take the next step in securing the deal. Please leave your views in the comment section and do not forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you some other time.